Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Salaam Britain Kitchen. Now it's cooking time with Chef Petrina and she's cooking for us some salmon and broccoli pasta, which is a delectable and nutritious dish that marries the rich, buttery flavours of salmon with the vibrant, earthy tones of fresh broccoli, all elegantly combined in a creamy pasta sauce.
Yummy. This dish is a delightful fusion of textures and taste, offering a perfect balance between indulgence and health. So whether you're looking for a quick weeknight dinner or a special occasion treat, this recipe is a fantastic choice that's going to tantalize those taste buds and leave you craving much, much more. So welcome, Petrina.
Thank you very much.
How are you?
I'm great. It's good to be back. I've been away for a week, but it's all good.
Where did you go? Anywhere nice?
It was just within UK. I did some
lovely.
courses, training courses. It's always good to keep in touch and keep updated. Just like when you cook, you're always cooking and learning new skills.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what you're making today.
So yeah, we're going to be cooking this salmon, broccoli, and mainly pasta. So I've got the salmon here, which is Scottish salmon, wild salmon here. And I've just infused it with a bit of chili and a bit of spring onions that's been done overnight. And I've got my garlic cloves here, about 4 cloves of garlic. And I've managed to find these ones. These are shallots, but they're also they're sort of like roundish. In the previous shows, I've actually used the ones which are a bit slightly longish as well. Now I've got my broccoli here. I decided to choose these, the tender stem broccoli as opposed to the larger broccoli. It just tastes nicer and it's a bit smaller as well. So these are just the stems one, like that. Okay. And what I like to say is that all these, everything can be eaten, even the leaves as well. So do not throw these away. Just make sure you cut it all, eat it all as well. And I've decided to add, obviously, the pasta. I've selected the penne pasta, which is sort of like longish with a slight hole there. And I'm going to add also a bit of spinach, some carrots, and more spring onions, and long beans. These are really nice as well. Long beans gives a bit of crunch as well, and obviously onions, and goat's cheese, whole goat's cheese. This is whole goat's cheese. And also I've got the favorite colored little peppers, tiny peppers. Just give it more flavor and color. As you know, my cooking is always full of color, full of variety of colors.
Absolutely. And now when I see your cooking, I can't help but think about the different things, because I know last time you said that the onions are for a particular part of the body, peppers are for a particular part of the body. So now when I look at food, I think, I wonder what part of the body that's supposed to be for.
Yeah. I've taught you to look at food differently.
Yes, you sure have.
Which is good.
You sure have. Okay, so let's get going. We can't wait to see what it looks like.
All right. So the salmon won't take that long to cook. I've actually cut the salmon into like smaller bite-sized pieces, but if you're cooking for yourself, you can leave it as a slab as well and serve it. It's totally up to you. So we're just going to slice up the garlic here. That's obviously the easiest way to slice up as well, using a garlic press if you have one. But I normally just prefer to just slice the garlic finely. And I'm going to chop up the onions in a minute, and these shallots as well, the rounded sweet shallots. So the garlic, it's good for being antifungal and anti-inflammatory as well. So good for if you've got any sort of respiratory issues or concerns. If you feel like you're coming down with a flu or some bugs, it's good to actually have garlic as well. Garlic, try to eat it every day if you can, just a little bit. Add it to your cooking. And I also wanted to mention that I'm going to add this sauce at the end. This is the teriyaki sauce, which actually came with the salmon when I bought it. So the teriyaki sauce is actually made from brown sugar, a bit of brown sugar, a bit of light soy sauce, and a bit of ginger, which is good as well. It gives a nice flavour as well to going to give a nice flavour to the pasta as well.
And it's good for this time of year, isn't it?
Exactly.
Where, immunity is going to be low, the weather's getting colder.
Yeah, when the weather gets colder, or if we're under a lot of more stress, it's sort of like we're coming towards like a festive time of the year, but there's always stress around. I think a lot of us, we tend to stress more during the festive season, end of year, because of various expectations as to what we need to do and how we need to celebrate, gifts we need to buy, things like that. And obviously end of year, jobs and stuff. So it's always important to actually keep your immune system strong throughout the year, not only during this end of year festive season. So while I'm going to cut the rest of the items, I'm actually going to start cooking the salmon as well, which wouldn't take long to cook. I'm not going to add a lot of oil in the cooking these days because the salmon's actually got its own natural oil as well.
So Petrina, I know you use shallots. You like using shallots.
Yeah.
Do you prefer? Can people replace the shallots with onions if they want?
You can see I'm actually using a mixture.
Okay.
So obviously, if you don't have shallots or you don't really want too much, of the sulfur type foods, then pick and choose what you want. But I only like to have a mixture of both.
Yeah.
If I can, because every item has actually got its different properties or benefits. And also, when you look at the red onion, this red onion, once you cut it, your hands may be a bit purple, but it's fine as well. It's all part of the nutrients that are in the onions itself.
So is red onion more beneficial for us than the regular brown, white onion?
Yeah, normally when you find when the color is darker in the various fruits and vegetables, then there's actually a lot more nutrients in it, high nutrients. So we would recommend, like I said, red onions compared to the white onions.
A bit like humans.
So I'm going to heat up the pan rather.
I'm going to ask you a trick question.
Sure.
So if I said to you, Petrina, I need to, increase my nutritional value, my daily intake in nutritional value, could you just tell me 3 items, like 3 fruits or veggies that I need to just incorporate in my life, like eat religiously, 3? What could they be?
I would say garlic, onions, and ginger.
Sorted.
These will be 3 great
Sounds
ones.
like a curry to me.
Yeah, and it's easy to actually incorporate in your food as well. And if you really want, you can even make like it may not taste that great, but you can make either a soup which will be great, or you can actually even make like a garlic, ginger, onion type tea and drink it as well with a bit of honey. So
sounds lovely. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. So the pan is sort of heated up. I'm just going to add the salmon in, which won't take that long to cook. And I'm just going to add I'm going to cut the other ingredients while the salmon is cooking. So again, like I said, the recipes that I'm sharing all the time is normally things that you can cook fairly quick if you're tired or you don't have a lot of time to actually cook. So that's the onions and the shallots and the garlic chopped. Then I'm just going to chop the spring onions as well. These spring onions, long ones. The spring onions and all the other vegetables, I'm not a fan of overcooking them as well. So you'll actually see that I won't actually be cooking them for a long time. Once the pan especially is hot enough, I'm just going to be cooking it for a few minutes. So your vegetables, to get the best nutrients out of it, you need to actually make sure it's cooked on a reasonable heat, like a medium heat. It shouldn't be like boiling or overcooking it on high heat, because that's where all the nutrients are actually destroyed when it's cooked on too high heat as well. And the pasta, what I was going to share as well is the pasta. I've actually selected a non-wheat pasta, so this is a gluten-free type as well. The one which I normally recommend is spelt, made from spelt or either buckwheat, because a lot of people are actually, intolerant to gluten these days. So it's actually good to go for a gluten-free type one.
Yeah, it seems to. I've come across a lot of people in the last 2 weeks that seem to be adopting a gluten-free lifestyle or diet because of health-related issues.
Yes, and you find that once you make the switch, you'll actually feel a lot better, and many of the health concerns that you have or things that you're suffering from will actually automatically go away or reverse itself.
Okay.
So you can see my chopping board is already quite colourful. Let's see how this pan is heating up. put it slightly higher. Okay. Cook it. So would this be a dish you're going to be trying after this?
I definitely will. I do love salmon, and I do love a creamy pasta.
Okay, good, yeah.
It's just that my kids don't like it, so I don't cook it enough. But actually, I do just crave creamy pasta with prawns and
love
Yes.
yeah.
This dish is going to hit the spot today, isn't it? And the colours, love it.
Yep, so you have plenty of time basically. So I'm going to chop up these long beans, or they call it French beans really. So just going to chop it up slightly more to bite-sized pieces. These vegetables will also add a lot to your fiber. So if there's anyone who is constipated, feeling constipated, these are good to actually have as well. You'll actually notice an improvement in your bowel movement. We come across a lot of people who are constipated in their lives, and the thing is when you're constipated, then it means that you're having old food in your bowels, and that will lead to various other issues as well, such as diabetes and other issues as well. So it's always good to actually have good bowel movement at least once or twice a day, depending on your lifestyle as well. So good. The salmon, you can hear the salmon cooking as well. So as I said, because I'm not going to cook these other vegetables long, although the salmon is still a bit raw, I'm actually going to add these other things in so it all cooks at the same time. The pasta, I've actually pre-cooked it early this morning because it takes about 15 or 20 minutes to cook. So that'll be easier. But what you can do is, if you're at home, then you can actually just cook it in a separate pot. And that will actually not take up too much time as well while you're cooking all the other ingredients.
So you're going to do that thing today where the chef on TV says, here's one I made earlier.
Okay. Well, I didn't actually make one earlier. So,
But here's some that I boiled earlier.
Yeah. So I'm going to chop up the broccoli, and like I said, I'm going to use up everything, the stems, the leaves, and the spinach I'm going to add last because the spinach doesn't really need a lot of time to cook as well. So just finely chop these broccoli and add it to the pan as well, the hot pan. And see some of the fish is still needing a bit of cooking, but while it's cooking, the vegetables also cooking on its way as well. So that helps. And with my recipes, you don't really have to follow exactly whatever you can find in the kitchen or whatever you can get from the shops at the time when you want to cook the dish. Then just improvise.
I'm to be honest, I'm not really a broccoli fan.
Okay.
I never really have been. I've never really liked it.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the texture. Maybe it's the taste.
Yeah.
And growing up at home, we never really ate broccoli.
No. I don't think I ever
And what's
experienced
the other
broccoli.
one? That's Brussels sprouts as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
sprouts.
yeah.
You know what's my one is asparagus. I just can't eat asparagus.
Same, yeah.
Yeah. But it's because of our conditioning, I think. For me personally, I feel like it's because of my conditioning. My mother never knew anything about asparagus and broccoli and, those things.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think some vegetables is the same like me as well. I didn't actually like Brussels sprouts when I was first introduced to it because we never ate it in Malaysia. Or if I did, I don't really remember. And I was only introduced to it when I came over here. So because it's got slightly of a bitter type, taste, it takes a bit of getting used to. But now I'm fine with it. I actually love it as well. So with the foods that you don't like, just keep an open mind and give it a try again. So the fish is almost cooked. I'll just add the cooked pasta in. quite a lot as well here.
This is where you say, here's some I boiled earlier. Petrina.
Yes, yeah, this is the one here. And we're going to add the carrots in as well. The spinach, like I said, I'm going to add it last towards the end because it's going to just take a little bit, only a little bit of time to cook. So you can see the pan is already looking quite colourful, the contents.
Yeah, no, it looks very colourful and crunchy and healthy, most importantly.
It is, It is, and this is a dish you can eat either, as a starter or as main course, whichever. It also makes a good, if you cook it like the day before, and if you're, going to the office or, you want something to actually pack for your lunch, then it's good as well to keep the next day and eat it the next day as well. So yes, the cheese. Now I'm just going to add the cheese to give it a bit of creamy texture. So the cheese, this is whole goat's cheese. You may have recalled I mentioned before in previous shows that we encourage you to actually stay away from cow's dairy because there's a lot of hormones in the cows these days being injected. So we try to go for goats or sheep's dairy now.
Wow.
And again, it's just a matter of trying to see whether you like it or not.
I used to love goat's cheese.
Yeah.
I used to go to goat's cheese markets.
Oh.
I used to love it. I don't know why I'm saying used to, because I haven't tried it in years.
Okay.
But I used to absolutely, oh gosh.
Maybe it's time to get back on it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So have you drank goat's milk?
I have.
How does it taste?
You know what? It's creamier.
Oh, okay.
I'll definitely say it's creamier. You can taste it's different to normal cow's milk.
Yeah.
But after a while, you get used to it, and it's not a display. Well, for me, it wasn't like a horrible taste or anything.
Okay.
I think it's an acquired taste, but
Need to try it.
I prefer it over camel's milk.
Okay, I tried camel's milk. It was salty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I was like, oh gosh, this is not milk. This is like lassi. Aryan. Yeah, it was just salty. I couldn't drink that. I certainly couldn't put camel's milk in my cereal. No.
Yeah, but with goat's milk you can.
Yeah.
That you definitely could do that.
Yeah, I was thinking about, trying it because obviously, as Petrina mentioned, and our viewers should, pay heed to that too, that cow's milk has got so many hormones in it that we should really start taking care of our bodies.
Yep. What was that you just put in there, Petrina?
Yeah,
I put the teriyaki sauce and also put a bit of turmeric and paprika. Just give it a bit more color and more nutrients as well. So that's basically done. I'm just going to let it cook when it's closed, and we're ready to serve basically.
Amazing. So we are
So I'm
short
just
of
going to
2
add
minutes.
the spinach as well. Yep.
Oh, nice.
The spinach will wilt in a couple of minutes anyway, so
Amazing.
there we go. Good.
So that was a nice, easy, quick, healthy and refreshing
Dish.
recipe.
Yeah. So if we can put the ingredients up on the screen for our viewers to have a look. Are we able to? Okay.
It's going to come up in 5.
Yay. So salmon and broccoli pasta. So please do take a picture, screenshot, whatever, write it down very quickly. But here is the ingredients. A lot of the things you can probably find in your kitchen already. Don't need to go and get it, but yeah. Looking forward to seeing this and tasting it, Petrina.
Yes. Okay. So let's just give it a last stir.
Okay.
Right.
That looks amazing though.
Yeah.
Okay, well, whilst you're doing that, Petrina, and we get ready to come over here and taste. Oh, let's first of all go to the kitchen.
Yeah, don't forget about the food.
Let's not forget about the food.
Okay, so I'm just going to serve it up slightly, and yep, we will see what it looks like. There you go.
Wow, it looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah. So you should be able to taste a bit of everything, the cheese, the spinach, the salmon, pasta.
Looking forward to
obviously.
tucking into that. What about you, Tahim?
Oh yeah, I am hungry and getting hungrier by the minute.
Okay.
Okay. And then
It
I'm
looks
going
amazing.
to
Let's
garnish it
zoom
with a
into
bit
that.
of coriander
Nice.
and a bit of this fried shallots as well. Just give it a bit more taste. So that's it.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much, Chef Petrina.